The Basement Dwellers podcast is brought to you by Player One Coffee.
At Player One Coffee, we're obsessed with gaming, coffee, and, well, gaming. Every one of our signature roasts is handcrafted and tasty as Get yours at playeronecoffee.com.
Plus, order your Player One Coffee through our affiliate link, and not only will you receive 5% off of your first order, you'll also help support our show in the process.
Press start to continue.
They are those who live in the shadows, who feed upon Doritos and Mountain Dew. They take comfort in their dark habitats as they watch reruns of sci-fi shows long past. They are the Basement Dwellers.
Show me what you got.
So say we all. So say we all. So say we all.
Indeed. Yes. This is a fertile land and we will thrive. We will rule over all this land and we will call it this land.
Make it so.
Join me. Together, we can rule the galaxy far from sun. I want to believe.
We better get back, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 9 of The Basement Dwellers, a bi-weekly podcast dedicated to all activities most enjoyed by those who spend their time in the deepest, darkest, and dankest of basements everywhere. I'm your host, Wes Tanner, and tonight we are going to play catch-up on this season's Versus tournament. But first, we're going to hit up some nerdy news, and then we're going to talk about what video games we'd like to see come as a, I don't know, I fucked up typing this because we were talking beforehand, but we want to see what video games we'd like to see like come to like a network like HBO or something like that, like a good full-on high production television series. I'm joined as always by my fellow basement dwellers, Nick, Drew, Tucci. What up, weirdos?
Weirdos. Okay, hold up. Before we gloss over this, that was probably the most sensual introduction you've had yet.
Oh yeah?
That really low voice you hit right there. Oh man, I am freaking soaked.
Could drown a toddler in my panties right now.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I figured by the end of season 2, I should have something going, right? So I have to say this first and foremost because we were just talking about it earlier in our chat. Nick, you will be proud of me because as soon as I said that I wasn't going to watch Monster Squad, I started watching Monster Squad. So,
that makes me so happy.
I haven't finished it yet. I think the runtime I have like 10 or 12 minutes left on it.
It's so good.
Oh, we start late every other night. Why don't you just push it back and watch it?
Well,
the Wolfman has nards.
Yeah, that was that was my favorite part. Kick him in the nards.
Wait, what's Monster Squad?
God damn it!
God damn it!
What?
How many times do we got to go over this? See, now I can make fun of them because I've seen it.
Yeah,
like
I think we've all seen it except for Tucci now.
95% of it now I've seen it. So I mean,
yeah,
I'll finish it after this. I don't only talk about it like
every fucking episode you record.
Okay, well, I wasn't here the last episode, so
neither was I. To be fair, sorry.
Oh, that was your excuses.
Sorry, Daddy.
So, Nick,
calling me Daddy?
Nick and
I was
Tucci.
calling Wes Daddy.
Oh,
that's right.
Anyway,
yeah. Nick and Tucci, what have you guys been up to? I know what Drew's been up to because he was here last show, and I see him every morning at work. So, yeah.
So fuck what Drew thinks.
Well, Drew, what have you been up to since Well,
about 12 hours ago. I was
12 hours ago.
Today I've accomplished sleeping and making bacon, macaroni, and cheese.
Keeping your blood sugar in check.
Well, shit.
That's right.
That sounds delicious.
That's good shit, man.
That sounds very delicious. Was it homemade mac and cheese, or was it the kind that the shells and cheese with the bacon bits?
It was homemade from Kraft, and then I added bacon to it.
Oh, you added the bacon. Okay. I was to say, you guys ever? I don't know how many of you guys eat the Velveeta shells and cheese, but do you ever notice that?
Fucking A, right?
You ever notice that anything else besides just the regular shells and cheese, like if you get the shells and cheese plus the bacon or the broccoli, I don't know why you would get fucking broccoli, but
because that's delicious.
No,
it is actually really
it is pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like you're the odd man out with that one.
Yeah, fight me.
Okay, yeah, whatever. But anyway, you ever notice that whenever you get something like that, like the portion is like halved?
Yes.
It's tiny. Oh yeah, because you got a specialty thing. They can charge you more.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
It's premium.
Bacon's not free, dude.
you pay for things here. Yeah.
But it tastes so much better than like regular macaroni and cheese.
I don't know. I actually I love regular mac and cheese, like Kraft out of the box that you actually have to.
I really got to be in the mood for it, but like the shells and the creamy cheese,
Since we're on the subject of mac and cheese, real fast, I was over at my buddy Derek's place.
You
the
have
other night.
something prepared for this?
Oh, not necessarily prepared, but we did prepare it.
Okay.
That counts. We made 5. Wait, I see what you did there. Hold the phone. Hold up. Okay.
I'm not trying to trick you. I thought you were like, since we're on the subject, that was kind of a weird, like.
Oh, segue?
I guess. I don't know.
I
Anyway.
don't think it was weird.
Go on with your mac and cheese story.
Yeah, so we made this mac and cheese, and it had cheddar, mozzarella, cream cheese, Velveeta, and there was some other cheese. I don't remember what else was in it. But then we took Costco's rotisserie chicken and put it in there, and damn, bros, let me tell you, that shit is top tier level.
Did you post that picture in chat, or am I just imagining it?
I think I might have.
Oh my god, I think you did too.
Yeah, it sounds like that's something I would do, because I was definitely inebriated when I posted that. Yeah, it was great.
I remember a cheesy
we should
goodness
all duplicate
picture.
That.
We should.
Oh god, it was absolutely sexual. Every bite was amazing, and like, I'm dead serious when I say this. That was by far my favorite way to make macaroni and cheese.
Well, give us the recipe. I'll put it up on the website.
I will. We'll have a recipe page for gamers.
I think Drew, you were going to do that, weren't you?
I'm still trying to figure out how to do it. Yes.
Okay.
He's trying to make sure everything's sugar free.
Oh fuck no, dude! I got that recipe for those bourbon chocolate chip Heath bar cookies I made.
Good God, that sounds great.
Oh yeah, you can taste the bourbon. It's amazing. I was getting drunk off of cookie dough.
That's awesome.
Oh man, I'm so hungry now, and I'm not supposed to eat for the rest of the day.
Oh,
this was a terrible idea, hopping into this chat with you guys.
Hey, you. No, I guess I did bring up the mac and cheese, didn't I? Or wait, did I?
That was definitely you.
Okay.
Because I don't know. Actually, you may not have been.
I don't know. I
think Drew was talking about food.
Oh yeah, he did. Drew. God damn it, Drew.
What?
I said.
Well, sorry.
Yeah. How dare you?
Sorry, not sorry.
How dare you? So.
Yeah. Oh, Drew, you asshole. We asked what you did, and then you told us. You piece of shit.
So in other news.
Fuck you guys. I'm gonna go have my own podcast with blackjack and hookers.
Now it's time to see what's up in the world of nerdy news.
First up in He's Fucking Old, Leave Him Alone news via CBR.com. Stan Lee will no longer perform public autograph signings. Stan Lee, an almost ubiquitous figure, that's a fun word to say, at comic conventions around the globe, appearing on panels and signing comic books and other memorabilia. However, in recent years, the aging Marvel Comics legend has begun to lighten his schedule, reducing the number of convention appearances in the United States and ending visits to Canada and Europe. Now it appears he'll also cut back on autograph sessions. Now, at 95 years old, Lee is unable to sustain the same level of activity that he once did, and he is not scheduled for any public autograph signings. However, Desert Wind Comics has advertised a list of rates for Lee's signatures on merchandise to be provided through the company's independent signature witnessing service. For security reasons, the exact dates and locations of these events have not been revealed. Lee's health and well-being have been a source of concern over the past year. In addition to the death of his wife Joan, there have been reports of elder abuse and mismanagement of his finances, all of which appear to be a factor in his withdrawal from public signings. Jonathan Bullerjack, who is helping with Lee's affairs, told Bleeding Cool, quote, "To be very clear, Stan is 100% not doing any conventions or public signings. In the last few years, his well-being has been compromised by people for monetary gain, and that practice is now over." I mean, I get it completely. Did you guys hear, I think it was earlier this year, talks about how, I think, one of his children, I believe his daughter, was kind of taking it, or she was accused of taking advantage of him as far as having him pay for shit. I don't know. I'm probably completely misrepresenting.
No, it was a whole big shitstorm. I don't remember if it was his daughter or not, but I remember it was a whole big mess because I remember Kevin Smith offered him that he could come live with them.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah. Speaking of old, next up in maybe they can help Stan Lee get out and sign shit again via I Fucking Love Science, scientists have successfully reversed the aging of human cells in a lab. Aging is a battle that humans have known they can't win since the beginning of history. We can hate it or eventually accept it, but ultimately we can't avoid growing old. However, over the years, scientists have been trying to pinpoint the roots of this biological process and work out if there's any way to stop or reverse it. There have been some minor successes along the way, and a new study adds to these. The researchers were able to reverse the aging process of some old human cells by delivering a specific molecule to their mitochondria, the structures within cells where energy is produced. This approach stops the cells from becoming senescent, a point at which they can no longer duplicate. Some researchers believe that the accumulation of these cells in organs is key to the aging process. Quote, "We still don't fully understand why cells become senescent as we age, but damage to DNA, exposure to inflammation, and damage to the protective molecules at the end of the chromosomes, the telomeres, have all been suggested," end quote. The authors wrote in a post on the Conversation. That's at a website. Another quote, "More recently, people have suggested that one driver of senescence may be a loss of our ability to turn genes on and off at the right time and in the right place." The study is published in the journal Aging and describes how delivering hydrogen sulfide directly to mitochondria can allow old cells to regain the dividing abilities of younger cells. Hydrogen sulfide is the compound that makes rotten eggs smell. It is dangerous in high doses but has been shown to be beneficial at low levels. Delivering it directly where it is needed can reduce potential risks. The team believes that the presence of the molecule in mitochondria can increase the abundance of certain splicing factors, proteins that essentially switch genes on and off in response to environmental changes. There are about 300 proteins in this group, and their numbers tend to decline as we age. The hydrogen sulfide boosted the amount of 2 splicing factors connected to the senescence, reducing this aging mechanism. Quote, "We are hopeful that in using molecular tools such as this, we will be able to eventually remove senescent cells in living people, which may allow us to target multiple age-related diseases at once. This is some way in the future yet, but it's an exciting start," the researchers concluded. How fucking cool is that? Like,
okay, no.
No?
Just
no?
Just fucking no.
No.
No, I don't want it. You can fucking keep it. You can put it somewhere else. I don't want it.
You don't want to remain a youthful, what are you, 26?
Yep.
Well, you might be 30 by the time they do anything with it, but I mean, you wouldn't want to be...
Well, they should just throw that project in the fucking trash, man. It's a terrible fucking idea. It's only going to be fucking bad. It's not, no.
30 is a good age to stop aging. Come on.
Yeah.
No, it's terrible, and here's my reason.
Okay, let's hear it.
Are you ready for this?
I guess.
Okay. What's the one benefit to death that helps all of mankind? Dictators have to die too.
Okay.
Oh, that's where you took it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's where I stand on it. Like the what's that one show? The something carbon. It just came out. Altered Carbon. That's the whole thing they're trying to show people in that show. It's like it just, oh god, that just sounds like a terrible idea. It just doesn't seem like a good thing. Sorry, that's my stance on it. I don't want it.
I don't know, Tucci. There's other ways to get rid of dictators. So.
Well, yeah.
But I'm just saying we don't have to wait for them to die.
Let's not dive into that. But
no,
but that's in contention with it. Okay, is that bad people don't die when you don't let them age.
All right.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'm making a very feels argument here, but
you're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm just saying I don't think that's a reason to give up all the positives about it.
I don't know.
It is just a little extreme, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's cool. They're talking about being able to
it's a huge
reverse diseases and shit like that.
I think it's interesting.
It's interesting.
Oh no, it's definitely interesting.
I don't know if I'm
figured it out
or against the idea. I think it's just definitely
of not aging. That's not cool to anybody.
No, I'm not saying it's not cool.
Yeah, I think it's a cool ass fucking thing.
It's definitely interesting.
Well, it's not saying you don't. I don't think it's saying you don't die. I mean, your organs and all that shit are still going to shut down. But I mean,
I guess
their appearance doesn't change,
and it means they're.
I'm on the fence about it. Is where
I don't know.
On the fence, okay.
I'd have to see the.
I'm neither for nor against.
That's like totally cool with death. Like death is like a pretty natural thing, and I'm fine with it. So. It sucks, don't get me wrong, but I'm fine with it.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll save that.
That's my virtue signal.
we'll save that discussion for another day, because I think that'd be kind of cool to talk about.
Actually, it might be, yeah. It's a good point.
But moving on to some No, Don't You Be a Dick to Bethesda via Polygon. Bethesda blocks a resale of a second-hand game. Many gamers,
I saw that.
Yeah, many gamers sell their used physical games often to supplement spending funds to buy more games. It's such a big part of the gaming business that almost half of retailer GameStop's profits come from reselling games. But it looks like one publisher, Bethesda Softworks, may be seeking to rein in sales of secondhand games online. Bethesda recently sent out a notice to at least one seller on Amazon's marketplace who is trying to sell a sealed copy of The Evil Within 2 as new, demanding that they remove their listing. That letter included a phone number for sellers of Bethesda's games to call, suggesting that the company is sending out such notices to multiple sellers. Philadelphia-based Ryan Hupp recently contacted Polygon to explain how he'd been forced by Bethesda to stop selling his copy of The Evil Within 2. He bought the game but never unwrapped it, he told us, or told them. He'd been expecting to purchase a PlayStation 4, but instead spent his money upgrading a gaming PC. Hupp said he often sells used goods through Amazon Marketplace, which works in much the same way as other online trading sites such as eBay. Duh, we know that. Bethesda's legal firm Voris sent Hupp a letter which he forwarded to Polygon, warning that the game must be taken down and threatened legal action for non-compliance. In its letter, Voris made the argument that Hupp's sale was not, quote, by an authorized seller, and was therefore unlawful. Bethesda also took issue with Hupp's use of the word new in selling the unwrapped game, claiming that this constitutes false advertising. Hupp complied with the demand, but in a reply to Voris, he pointed out that the resale of used copyrighted goods, such as books, video games, DVDs, is protected in U.S. law through the first sale doctrine. This allows consumers to sell a game as long as it's not significantly altered from its original form. Bethesda's letter claims that Hupp's sale is not protected by the first sale doctrine because he is not selling the game in its original form, which would include a warranty. The letter says this lack of warranty renders the game, quote, materially different from genuine products that are sold through official channels. In theory, this argument could be used against anyone who sells a game without specific permission from Bethesda. I've read both sides, and legally I can see where they're coming, but it relies
intellectual property is a lie.
I'd say it relies on a lot of legal jargon that I didn't look too much into. But I feel like people have been doing this for like ever now, and I don't know why of a sudden it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop buying Bethesda games. That's pretty much what that's concluded for me. Fuck them. If they think they can control the market like that, they can suck a fat dick.
Jeez.
All right.
Tell us how you feel.
They can whittle down as a company because people stop buying their trash product because they won't allow them to resell it. Fuck them. Fuck them. They don't deserve to be a gaming company.
Well, we know where Tucci stands on the issue.
Yeah,
I'm really opinionated. Sorry.
How about the rest of you guys? I honestly, again, like I said, the fact that it hasn't been really an issue tells me, or makes me at least believe that it's not. There must be something else that's not being.
Yeah,
something that's being overlooked. You know, like I mean, I get the whole like they're trying to like control like how their products are being sold, and I guess, you know, they took issue with the fact that he said new, which
but once you buy it, it's not their product anymore.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
It's not theirs. They can't tell you what to do with it. That's not how it works.
You've purchased the rights to it. Yeah,
you shouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
But I understand the coming at it from with the new on it. I mean, you can't. It may be new, but since you bought it, it's no longer technically new.
Yeah.
Easy fix.
You didn't use it, but I mean, you just knock new off of there, and then you put it in there as sealed. I mean,
No.
You put
like new,
like new, sealed and unopened. You know, and you know, again, it's legal nitpicking, but you know, I don't know. It makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if they've been like sitting back all these years watching this happen, and finally they're like, enough is enough. You know what I mean? Like, you know?
I think they're just being greedy.
How dare they?
No one's buying new games. I think is their big thing. It's like if I wanted to get a copy of whatever and I can get it used, I'm going to buy it used. But I think when that wasn't an option, I'm sure they were selling more product, and that's what they're trying to get back to. But they're going about it the totally wrong way if that's the case.
Yeah, I think this is probably, to me at least, it's an issue of them being a little overzealous in their pursuit of this, as well as the fact that we live in a day and age where any inconvenience is quickly picked up by a media of some sort, which is kind of nice for us as consumers, but yeah. you know, I don't know. I haven't been able to look into it much further than what I have already said, so I'll reserve really my judgment. I'll reserve my judgment on Bethesda because I do like their products, but I do think that they're being a bit of a dick when it comes to this, because I mean, by no means is this dude the first person to do it, so I guess that's my my reasoning for it. So
yeah, I'm with you on that.
So now on to some oh my god, it's happening news via GameSpot. James Bond producers are interested in Idris Elba to play 007.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yep. After 2 years of speculation, Daniel Craig announced last August that he... You okay there?
He fell out of his seat because he's so excited.
Are you breathing?
The dog just came back here.
Oh, okay. I thought someone like fell over in their chair because of the good news.
No, it startled me. I was sitting here and all of a sudden I heard lots of running around.
Oh yeah.
My next guess was diabetic coma, but
yes, the diabetes has finally gotten me.
Oh.
No! Yeah, this is actually a ghost speaking to you now.
This is a ghost.
Real quick to reel it back real quick because Joe is in chat right here, talking about the whole Bethesda debacle. From the same article I read, he says Bethesda does not and will not block the sale of pre-owned games. The issue in this case is that the seller offered a pre-owned game as new on the Amazon Marketplace, just like we said. It says in this case, if the game had been listed as pre-owned, it wouldn't have been an issue. So
fuck them.
All right, there's no pleasing Tucci. Anyway, on to James Bond and Idris Elba because that's what we've wanted like forever.
It's about time.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Let me start this over. So after 2 years of speculation, Daniel Craig announced last August that he will return to play James Bond for a fifth time. However, given the length of time it took the actor to be confirmed in the role and the fact that he has played Bond for well over a decade now, it seems unlikely that he will be back for a sixth film. It has now been reported that Luther and Star Trek Beyond actor Idris Elba is in the running for the role. The news comes via director Antoine Fuqua, who is best known for movies such as The Equalizer and Training Day. Fuqua has promoted a new sound app in London and revealed to the Daily Star that he had spoken to Bond series producer Barbara Broccoli, that's her name? Okay. About the possibility of the next 007 being played by a non-white actor. Fuqua stated that Broccoli told him that it is time for a more progressive casting decision and that it will happen eventually. The director also revealed that Elba was a front-runner for the role. Idris could do it if he was in shape. Fuqua said, "You need a guy with physically strong presence. Idris has that." This isn't the first time that 45-year-old Elba has been linked to the role as the iconic British spy. In 2016, he was asked about playing Bond, but stated that he thought he was, quote, too old for the role. Again, a quote, I keep saying if it were to happen, it would be the will of a nation because there hasn't been any talks between me and the studio about any of that, he said. This was in 2016. Everywhere I go, people want that to happen, but if I'm really honest, man, I think I'm too old for that. Running around in cars and ladies and martinis, who wants to do that? Sounds terrible. This also mentions that the currently untitled 25th Bond movie hits theaters on November 8th, 2019, which Danny Boyle, who has directed Trainspotting and Slumdog Millionaire, is directing, and the movie starts production in December. But yeah, Idris Elba. I mean,
I'm excited.
I
love you, big Bond fan, so
yeah, me too.
This is exciting. And I'm excited to see another Casino Royale.
Did you like that one?
Jesus. Dude, do you know how many times they've done Casino Royale?
Wait, what?
There's been multiple.
What are you talking?
There's been a handful of Casino Royale, James Bond.
Oh, like the movies?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
I gotcha.
There's been multiple Casino Royales.
Oh, I gotcha. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, they'll probably do another one with Idris, so.
Casino Royale, like
again.
Yeah, again.
I'm ready for another Kingsman, to be honest.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I still haven't seen the most recent one.
I haven't either.
The most recent one's actually pretty decent.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I wasn't tickled by the idea of it, but I mean, I'll watch it eventually.
You should allow it to tickle.
I will. I'll allow it to tickle me.
Give it consent.
Yep. That's important. Last but not least, and you better not fucking do it, you fucking fuckers, via Bloody Disgusting, Venom might be rated PG-13, and that continues a troubled trend in Hollywood.
It's so dumb.
Yep. Studios are still afraid to release an R-rated movie, and it's once again getting in the way of a filmmaker's ability to tell their story the way it's meant to be told. A new article on Variety reported that their Venom adaptation could be rated PG-13. The reasoning behind this decision is sound, but it's hard to not be livid over this possible change, which feels like a slap in the face to everyone from fans straight up to the director Ruben Fleischer? Fleischer? I don't know. Especially since all of this confusingly comes on the heels of a massive R-rated success stories from Deadpool to Logan, It, Get Out, and many more. According to the article, the feeling is that a PG-13 rating will give the studio greater leeway for future installments that will feature Spider-Man, something Venom, as currently constructed, does not do. Any Spider-Man movie will carry a PG-13 rating because the wall crawler is more family-friendly, and if Venom is too dark and gory, it might preclude other film matchups, not just with Peter Parker's alter ego, but also with other members of the extended Marvel Cinematic Universe. Who fucking cares? That's what I have to say.
Amen, brother.
I really, again, even as
if it comes out as PG-13, I'm not seeing it. Period. I won't even bootleg it. Promise.
Dude, no, you have to see it. I mean,
nope.
It's got Tom Hardy.
I'm putting my foot down.
Okay, all right.
I'm putting my foot down.
Tucci's very hard-lined and stubborn tonight.
I'm a hangry.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
I just got under 260 weight wise, and it's just not been fun.
Yeah.
I'm just hangry.
Hangry.
That's
okay.
all it is.
All right.
I switched to eating in the mornings, so now in the evenings I'm starving. So.
Oh, you're doing the
intermittent fasting.
Yeah. Yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah, fuck that. I'll just stay fat forever.
Okay,
I want to be able to see my penis again.
All right, so Venom PG-13. Thoughts on that? Besides Tucci, we know he's angry and bitter and sad and
sad face.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah,
I just don't think I'm gonna enjoy it as much as I want to.
Well, from what they said in the Variety article, which this one is from Bloody Disgusting, referencing that, but I read the Variety one. They had said that the studio executives are pushing to have it kind of skirt the line. So it could.
I was gonna say you can still have dark PG-13 movies.
Yeah.
So PG-13 plus.
It won't be it's
PG-14.
Can't they just release two different movies with the different ratings?
Well,
TVMA.
Yeah, no, their whole. Yeah. Oh, you mean
is rated R.
You mean do the the PG-13 in the theaters and release the R-rated version? I don't know. I feel like that doesn't work. They did that with fucking. What did I just see recently or watch again recently on World War Z? They did the PG-13 version in the theaters, and then they released the unrated copy. Any unrated cut of a PG-13 movie has maybe one scene that maybe would have pushed it over. They don't.
They saw. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
They just used the word fuck twice instead of once.
I guess.
I was gonna say they saw how wildly successful Logan and Deadpool were. I mean, come on.
Yeah, their whole thing is they want to be able to shove Spider-Man in with Venom eventually, which they really could do regardless. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, which I don't know.
But my kid.
Dumb.
I don't know. Okay.
That's really insensitive to parents, and I kind of apologize, but I do feel that way. So.
Yeah, no, it just reminds me of the people who got pissed because they took their kids to see Deadpool in theater and then
after they told them don't do this.
Yeah,
they're dumb.
Plenty of warning.
Yeah,
they're dumb and they deserve what they got.
Exactly. Buyer beware. So we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to start our middle segment, which I forgot what it was.
Winging it.
Or video games that you want to see made into HBO series.
Or Showtime.
Or Showtime.
Or Stars.
Or
Stars.
Yeah, pick your...
Any television network you can have these on.
That will... yeah, that's the important part. So yeah, stick with us and we'll be back in just a minute. Hey nerds, Wes here. Just wanted to give a quick rundown of some new things we've done for this season that you should definitely check out. First off, make sure to take a look at our newly redesigned website at www.tbdpod.com. And if you're already there, then great. Take a look at the show info where you'll find, you guessed it, info about the show. Things like episode archives, crew bios, how to join our Discord server, as well as ways you can subscribe to the podcast. Next, let me direct your attention to the Support the Show link where you can find some ideas on how you can help us keep the lights on. Help us out by buying some kick-ass coffee from Player One Coffee. Buy something from Amazon using our affiliate links. Or hell, just treat yourself and us by becoming a TBD patron via our newly launched Patreon page. And as always, thanks for listening. Now, back to the show.
Holy fuck.
What the fuck
so
is
good.
what the fuck is Biscuitville from the South?
Dude. Wait, Tucci, you live in the South, right?
No. I live
Wait,
in the
you live in-
Midwest.
Oh, never mind. Fuck off. Like everybody in the South fucking loves biscuits. Like that's
I
pretty
do
well
love
known.
biscuits, though.
No, dude, biscuits and sweet tea is like
Yeah,
crack.
That's my shit.
Well, I knew
yeah.
sweet tea was the thing. I don't know. I
shit.
Biscuits and gravy and sweet tea.
well,
I
yeah.
like
yeah.
going. I like
But,
going
like,
to
Is
Church's
Biscuitville
Chicken.
a place?
Yeah, it's like a fast food joint, but they just do biscuits.
Biscuitville.
You can, like-
Biscuitville, North
Shit.
Carolina.
I always get the chicken biscuit with the bacon and cheddar cheese, or the breakfast biscuit, which is fucking amazing.
Why are we so
Yeah.
food centric tonight? This is
I don't
weird.
know, but
I don't
this is
know.
killing me.
Because we're all hungry.
I'm
Yeah.
about to
Dude,
crack
biscuit.
open a stout to help curb this appetite situation.
Damn it, that sounds good too. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Man, I
anyway,
haven't had beer in like a couple of days.
Me either.
yeah. Okay. Well,
Sorry, guys.
it's all right. We're already back. I've been recording for a little bit, so I got I got Biscuitville on there because I thought our listenership
Flavor Town,
deserved
Biscuitville.
to know what Biscuitville is.
Biscuitville must be next door to Flavor Town.
Man, North Carolina owes me for talking Biscuitville up.
There we go. So, as I said, we are back, and this second segment, this comes as courtesy from Joe, who's lurking in our Discord right now. I think. Yeah, he has.
Stalker.
He has been giving us like several hundred ideas that we've been pinning to our channel for future use, and tonight presented the perfect opportunity to do so. So, we are going to talk about which one of our video games or several of our video games we would like to see made into. Oh, he worded it perfectly. Why didn't I just like copy his wording? He says, what type of video game or what video game would we like to see be? God damn it! What video
Words are
game?
hard.
They are. What video games would we like to see made into HBO quality TV series? Or as we said during the break, it could be Showtime, it could be Stars, something that allows us to have gratuitous nudity and violence and the
We
like.
talking titty TV.
Titty TV.
Oh, HBO.
Who wants to take this one? Which one of your favorite video games would you like to see being made into a full-on feature-length?
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
I'm sort of kidding, but that
Are
kind
you?
of would be cool, to be fair.
Okay.
So, because Call of Duty Modern Warfare was like the best Call of Duty they've had in ages since like I started playing video games. So
So would you keep it like the same characters and everything with like Soap and Price and all them?
oh yeah, that was some of the best stuff there was.
I can see that. That would be a good. That would definitely be a good series.
Yeah, and they could really expand on it too, which would be freaking amazing. So that or Borderlands 2 would be cool.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That would be pretty
Holy
dope.
shit.
Tucci, you only
I
get
fuck-
one. I'm just kidding. Let's just go through
I
it.
fucking
This
love
is-
Yeah.
Borderlands.
No, let's do it.
What video games is
Yeah.
how you said
I-
it. So
yeah.
Yeah, you did say games.
Joe did not specify. Oh, he did say games. Yep, Joe. Okay, never mind. Joe did specify. So games it is. All right. So we. Yeah.
You kind of lost me with the Call of Duty, but
I don't know. I would see. Joe says Joe is not the host. Don't blame chaos on Joe. Well, Joe, I blame Joe for not simplifying your instructions.
Until Joe comes to defend himself, it's all his fault.
No, we won't put.
I immediately blame Joe.
See, if he hadn't actually been on an episode where he was talking, I feel like people would not believe he actually exists. You know,
who the fuck is Joe?
Kind of like Norman. You know,
he's our neighbor Illuminati.
Yeah.
He's the Norman that we like.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, no, I actually would agree with both of those choices. I think there would definitely be a market for Call of Duty because, for fuck's sake, they continue to make one every fucking year and it still sells. So why not do a TV show? Let them break into some different media, for fuck's sake. They could even.
Third one, quick.
Yep.
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
Come on, the game was literally made to be a movie.
I mean, we already have Walking Dead, and that's turned to shit.
Yeah.
Zombies are kind of passe.
Walking Dead is like a continuing story that doesn't really have a dead end to it, right?
Yeah, that's true. So this would just be like a full-on action movie, like just nonstop, like gratuitous violence,
or mini series,
like
Dead End,
comically, like comic amount.
Damn it, Nick.
I mean, imagine seeing a tank or a boomer coming after you on the fucking television screen.
Yeah, I guess
that'd be the most frightening sight.
Is that the game with the witch?
Yes.
Like there's the witch. Yeah, I remember those.
Mm-hmm.
Yarp.
Yeah. Imagine how scary a scene that
would be. You know what? Now that I think about it, that would be actually pretty cool to see. Because they did have the different zombie types, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. They could even expand on it.
I feel like it would have to be like almost like an action comedy for them to like break into something that people wouldn't immediately go, oh fuck, another zombie show, you know?
Yeah.
I can see that. If they did it that way.
Give it like 20 years and then go for it.
20 years?
Yeah, because then...
Oh, then it'll be nostalgia.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, Tucci. You'll be like 32. So.
No, in 20 years I'll be like 46.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he's not going to do the anti-aging cream.
Yeah, that's right. The rest of us will still be in our 30s.
We're all gonna look like our beautiful 30-year-old selves, and then Tucci's gonna be like your fucking 60-year-old.
Like a fucking
remember Left 4 Dead?
Avocado.
Okay, first of all, if I'm talking like that at my 46, just pull my plug. Like, there's no reason I should still be around at that point.
Yeah, you're right. 46.
Oh no, we're gonna keep you around just so we can laugh at you.
No,
we'll like sneakily anti-age you or stop your aging. That way you don't notice it, and you're like, God damn, I'm in good shape for being 103. And
I'll pull the plug for you.
Yeah. Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You're a true friend.
I'll do you that kindness.
You're a true friend. You really are.
But you're not going to know when it's going to happen.
Well, I mean, if I'm in that state, like, I'm okay with not knowing when it's going to happen.
I think he did. Yeah, he didn't even say it would be when you're ready. So
you have a point.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay, so we have
a good life.
We have Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Borderlands. Let's go into that one real quick before we move on, because I don't know.
Yeah, I love Borderlands so much.
That would be the action comedy, obviously, because that's what the game is.
Oh yeah, it would.
Like they could just go completely fucking nuts.
I love that fucking game.
Me too.
So do I.
Yes. That was one of the best. I never played like the pre-sequel or whatever they call it.
You should, because it's really good.
Is it?
I wasn't a fan of the Jack or the... Oh god, what was the fuck his name? Something Jack, right? Or Jack?
Handsome Jack.
Handsome Jack.
Yeah, Handsome Jack.
I don't know. I haven't finished it, but it was just me.
You kind of get a better feel for his character in the pre-sequel.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, is the game, like the pre-sequel.
Gotcha,
the dude talked so much trash in Borderlands 2. Fucking love it.
Okay. All right. Drew, what about you? What video games?
I have two.
Two.
One of them is Titanfall, just because I want to see giant robot mechs.
Yeah. I agree.
And,
I'm on board for that. Yeah.
I mean, it would just look cool.
Yeah.
And then the second one, my whistle has already been wetted for. It would be Uncharted.
Oh. Yeah. So so realistically speaking, they would probably do a movie before they would do a series with Uncharted, because that's already kind of a thing now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, fuck your realism.
No, I'm just saying, like, I think the movie could definitely spawn a TV show, because we haven't had watched too much TV. There hasn't been like a good, like, wholesome, I say that in quotation marks, but like adventure TV show in a long time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
I couldn't say I don't watch much.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of. I'm trying to think of like the shows that I watch and have watched over the years. Because Firefly. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Well, there's always that one, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, does anybody remember the Young Adventures of Indiana Jones?
Fuck yes, I do.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I was just thinking of that too.
Yeah. I don't know why. Well, obviously, Uncharted and Indiana Jones are kind of, they're similar. They're similar, yeah. I don't know, I can see that.
I mean, it's that action adventure.
Yeah. I think the last TV show that really gave me the sense of adventure that I would look for in a TV show was Stargate. Like any of them. But
yeah, I gotta go back and rewatch those.
But Uncharted, you know, they could definitely make a killing off of that, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Yeah. And what was the other one, Drew, again? Titanfall? Yeah. Yeah, I can get down with that too.
I think that would be such a great show, like as a TV show.
I'm trying to think of what's out now that is similar to what what we're suggesting. I don't think there is anything with Titanfall.
Pacific Rim?
What? A movie.
But that's a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it would do good. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably.
I'd see it. I would. Yeah. So, Nick, what about you?
I have 3. I'm not going to delve too deep into each one, but I think you know why. The first one would be Warframe.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I fucking love that game. And it takes place in our own solar system, so I could see them definitely digging into that a little bit. Monster Hunter is another game I've been crazy about for a while. And then, right? And then Nier Automata, just for the titties.
For the
titties.
Okay, actually, not even that. It'd be for the ass. Like, there's not really a whole lot of titties in that, but like definitely a lot of ass. So
ass.
God. All right.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have played any of those games, but Jesus fucking Christ, I would love to see those on screen.
Monster Hunter would be fucking phenomenal if they could pull that together. Because that's got like dinosaurs and creatures, and you know, that's got the medieval thing, so they can keep on with the Game of Thrones vibe. And
well, yeah, and I feel like even if they just did 2 to 3 seasons of each of those, like, I'd be really satisfied.
Yeah.
So
I know I have one. I'm trying to quickly think of the other ones I had in my head before you started.
I've got more. Don't worry.
You got more? Okay. Well.
Oh, I've got more.
Well, here's one to chew on for the time being, because I'll probably have to come back to this. But because it has been like teased to gamers for like the longest time, but fucking Legend of Zelda. That
my,
because you guys remember that the April Fools that they did years back where they actually had someone make like a fan trailer and they passed it off for like a day or so that it was an actual thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember who released it, but I remember that you know, back when they did stuff like that, like I remember everyone like shitting their pants, and then, you know, obviously like a lot of people forgot that it was April 1st when that was released. So
yeah.
Because I think it definitely has enough lore to be able to. They wouldn't even need to follow Link, though they'd be kind of stupid not to if they were going to do a Zelda show at all. But yeah, that's my big one right there. I'm trying to think of the games that I'm in the middle of playing right now, because I know there was at least one other one that I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, that'd be good, but I can't remember. So, Tucci, why don't you talk about your other one, and I'm gonna maybe not pay attention and just think about my own shit. So,
well, I'll do one quick one, and then one that I'm actually serious about. So, like, for the weebs, Doki Doki, I'm sure would be a kind of a huge hit.
Oh my god, I just started learning about Doki Doki, and I'm really excited.
Yeah,
about it.
What?
It's pretty intense. So, yeah. It's like one of those dating sim games.
Jesus Christ.
But like,
Are you
apparently the
serious?
storyline is like pretty. No. The storyline's like pretty.
Just wait.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm not gonna ruin it.
Can I say just one thing without ruining it?
Yeah, go for it.
It's violent as fuck.
Yeah, it really is. So, it hits some pretty dark notes.
Jesus Christ, yes, it does.
Yeah, but I think it would actually be kind of decent as a television show. But with all seriousness, I would really like to see The Division.
oh, okay, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
that they would easily be able to do that.
Oh,
Easily.
I mean,
like,
they
more than any of
already
the
made
others,
cuts
really.
Of real actors.
Yeah.
Like some of the cutscenes are like real actors and shit. So
Yeah, I remember they had some pretty good marketing for that game. It's just unfortunate that
and then the game sucked.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
they just
hard.
Yeah, we've talked about it before.
Yeah. Oh, and Divinity Original Sin 2.
Okay.
So, just as a
fantasy thing.
Yeah.
The Witcher.
Oh my god! Thank you, Nick.
God.
Thank you, Nick.
Wow.
That was well. No, here's the thing though.
I haven't even played it yet.
They are
here's the
making
thing.
that, aren't they?
Yeah,
though?
that's on Netflix. It's going to be on Netflix. Like, so that's already a reality. So yes, that was one that I was thinking of. But
play
Geralt. Yep. Like Henry Cavill wants to do it, and
Ooh.
like they someone did a digital mock-up of his face, kind of, you know, obviously digitally. I want to say remastered.
The digital mock-up, digitally enhanced.
Like they made him look like, you know, gave him a white beard and everything, and like everything like that. It's his eyes. Like, I think, Drew, you showed me, and I was like, it's his eyes. Like, it's just, they don't
do it for you?
No, and unless it really depends on what I don't know what their time period is in the show. Like, if it's supposed to be like a origin story of Geralt, or if it's supposed to be after stuff we've already seen, or what. But the dude is old, and Henry Cavill is not. So I don't know, and it shows, you know, like it shows, you know,
anti-aging.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know who I would choose to be Geralt. Honestly, everyone was talking about
Stephen Lang.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he'd be good for. I don't think he'd be good for Geralt, but he'd be good for one of the like the older Witchers, like the even older Witchers. But yeah, Witcher is definitely a good one. I think I'm looking forward to the Netflix show. Anything.
I know some of our friends will hate us if not Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
We kind of have to throw out Final Fantasy, don't we?
Okay.
Man, they've tried to do like, I know they're CG, but they've done movies.
Did you watch the anime series, like the actual series that they came out with?
The Crystal one? Yeah, I did.
I did.
I watched
that. It was pretty good.
The anime one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you and I watched it together.
Yep. That was okay.
At your dad's place.
Wasn't anything special, but it was something.
I mean, I would have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I forgot all about it until that moment just now. But Final Fantasy would work. I mean, in all reality, they probably wouldn't even like attach it to anything that's already been done. They would just take the name Final Fantasy and do their own story, which I'd be okay with.
It's usually how it goes, though.
Yeah. But I was able to remember the three of mine, aside from The Witcher, because I remember in it. Obviously, they're making that already, so it doesn't quite count. But Legend of Zelda, for all the reasons I said. God of War, that would be great.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yep, they could pick any one of the timeline periods that they wanted to, and even each season could be going through the future of God of War. If they were going to bring it from Greek into Norse mythology, they could easily move it again from there, so that could easily be a very long continuation, as long as they grabbed someone that was stable, like stably employable. I don't know, like they're able to be employed for a stable amount of time to play Kratos for a long time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then my last one is literally anything to do with Elder Scrolls.
Oh yeah.
I could see that.
They, wealth of
I could
lore.
See that being all.
They could easily cash in on that one.
Yeah, and they could run that for a really long time too.
Oh hell yeah!
Because they could do like each season would be a different race.
Well, even then, like all they have to do is just keep it in the same setting. You know what I mean? They could run any number of stories, like infinitely.
Yeah, you're not going to run out of material.
Yeah, definitely not.
I just thought of two more.
Go for it.
That I sort of got reminded of. Assassin's Creed.
Oh yes. Yep. Okay.
I think would be fun because I watched the movie and I wasn't crazy about it, but I would like to see it as a show.
Yeah.
And then
what?
Bioshock.
Oh, Bioshock. Sorry, the Discord cut you off. I heard yuck.
Oh, yuck.
Yuck.
Bioshock.
Bioshock. Okay.
I think that would be fun to see as like a mini series, maybe like a 10 episode show.
Okay, yeah, I could see it for that. I honestly probably wouldn't see it like a sustained thing, but like a mini series for sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Why not? With Assassin's Creed, they could easily turn that into as many shows as they wanted, and
that could run forever.
It really could, because they have, not only do they have like what actually happens like in the past, but they have like a storyline they could keep up with in their present. Mm-hmm. That'd be a great show. That'd be a really great
regions
show
too.
Yeah, that'd be a really great show. Damn, I kind of wish that was happening. Like even just like a Sci-Fi Channel show, like it could easily do that. All right, any more before we take our second break?
I got one. Just because of how pretty the game looked. Would be Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh.
And I know Ron would be all over that, but he's not here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be fun to see.
I think that would make a pretty good show.
Isn't there minimal dialogue in that game though?
There is.
But I mean, if it's going to go on the TV, they're gonna fuck with it.
I guess.
Some thing.
Yeah, I can see that as long as they grabbed if they put most of their money into. Oh, obviously they'd have to do CGI, but CGI and most of their money into the cinematographer, making sure that they get some really
breathtaking shots.
Yeah, that would do it justice. And I think that for me that one would be a miniseries, maybe a 5-episode thing.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. It wouldn't be a whole season, but I mean,
yeah, that would be great.
I'd like to see that too. Yeah.
All right. Second break time. When we get back, we're going to play a couple games, probably more than a couple games of Versus, so we can catch up on our our tournament, and we got some great new additions to our master list. So stick with us again, and we will be back momentarily.
Do you like role-playing games? How about podcasts? How about a podcast about a role-playing game? Check out our friends at Tomorrow's End, a podcast that follows a role-playing group as they navigate through a post-apocalyptic wasteland. All right, enough fucking words. Here's the trailer.
How did humanity get here? I just can't remember. The rest of the world didn't know why the end had come. They'd heard on the radio about an attack on the states by either Russia or China over dwindling resources. What we knew was that the world was going to end, and a crazy man named Morrow had a plan to save the world. Many teams were frozen in vaults deep underground, safely tucked away from all the bombs and nukes flying, and the asteroid that would finally end everything. They were supposed to wake up 25 years later and help pick up the pieces, but something went wrong, and everyone woke up a lot later, if they woke up at all. Cultists, criminals, madmen, they've been living and thriving through the radiation and destruction the entire time. Some good people also survived. They held on to hope by spreading stories. Stories about tomorrow's end.
I know nothing about anime.
Yeah, it's obvious.
All right. So we are now back again, and we are going to continue, or no, what's the right word here? What am I searching for? We're going to do some more verses. That's what we're going to do. And we those of you unfamiliar with verses, you should be by now, but just in case you were not, verses is a game where we randomly choose two fictional characters and pair them up in a match to the death. We argue about who would win and how they would win. The logistics, the specific logistics of the fight is not so much important as is our reasoning for why one would beat one over the other. So we have a few matches to get through tonight. And for starters, let's see here. What do I got? Oh, God. How about you guys give me a roll from one, or a 50-sided dice roll. That should cover everything, right? 5 and 33. Let's see here.
I'm just going to roll for that a little bit.
I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do for this one here, because... Okay, so tonight's matchup, first matchup, if you guys approve, is Aeon Flux versus the Thundercats. Drew, is that all of them?
Hey, pick what you want, man. There's a couple on my list where I have all of them. Like I have a team.
Okay, well, because someone rolled a 33, and that's 33 on your list. Or you rolled a 33.
I rolled a 33.
Well, what's 50? Reverse Centaur? What the fuck?
What?
It's a reverse centaur. He's got a horse upper body and a human lower body.
Oh, dude.
So, BoJack Horseman?
Yeah, basically.
All right. Okay, well, so we have Aeon Flux, and I'm just going to pick one off of your list.
Listen, they can't all be winners, right? This list was made at like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do Aeon Flux versus...
Yeah.
Let's do Aeon Flux versus Darth Maul. How about that? That sounds like a good one here. First matchup of tonight is Aeon Flux versus Darth Maul. Tucci, I'm not going to ask you to set up the scene, because if you... Yeah. Nick, since you're your first episode back in a while, how about you set it up?
All right. So here's the scene. What planet? They were on Naboo, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay, so they're in Naboo, and before... Okay, so they're on Naboo, they're in the palace on Naboo, and before Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn even show up to fight Darth Maul, because if you remember, he was just standing there ominously, waiting for them to show up. Before that fight even takes place, She was a spy, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Before that fight even takes place, let's say like an hour before, Darth Maul is setting up shop. He's getting prepared. He's mentally prepared for the fight ahead of him. When all of a sudden he feels like a tap on his shoulder, and there's Aeon Flux right behind him. They fight, and it's actually like a stalemate because they're just both so good.
All right. Well, Drew, what do you think?
Okay, well, since I was so partial to episode 1, I'm going to have to go with Darth Maul.
Okay.
Because he's a Jedi. Excuse me, take that back.
How dare you?
Sith.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Hey, I pumped my own brakes. All right? Okay. I caught my error.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna have to go with Darth Maul because I know
Lightsaber.
Lightsaber, and I know I've heard of Aeon Flux, but I've never seen any of it.
Okay.
So I can't really be a very impartial
gotcha.
debater on this one. I mean, just Darth Maul is cool. He's got a lightsaber. It seems that that's going to kind of trump a lot of the things that an assassin super spy is going to have.
Okay.
I don't know if you'd actually be into that show or not. If you didn't watch it like back then, I mean, it was like pretty big on MTV like after a certain point in the day.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people were turned off by it because of the animation. I mean, I love it. But...
Yeah, I know. I've heard of it, and I've seen little bits of it, but I've never like sat down and actually watched it during the whole like Beavis and Butthead and Daria era.
Oh yeah, this was actually probably not before Beavis and Butthead, but I think a little before
about the
Daria.
same time.
No, I mean as far as Daria goes, Daria was a little after this. Yeah, like this was.
Right, but I mean, it was that stuff's all from the same general.
Yeah.
Era. I mean, that was before my heathen days.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Okay.
I think it would be a draw between the two. I think they're both equally matched.
I love Aeon Flux. I wish she had been paired up with a different person, but I do not think any tool in her toolbox of tricks and assassinry is a match for any sort of Force user. Maybe like the technology in Aeon Flux is not quite up to par with Star Wars as far as like at least they didn't have like spaceships and stuff like that from what I remember, but everything else is kind of similar. But the thing about Aeon Flux is it would depend on whether or not she was able to get the drop on Darth Maul before he was able to sense anything, and that would really come down to whether or not or really come down to like the very specifics of how the Force works. Like can Force users be surprised like that if they're sitting there preparing for a fight? You know what I mean? Like,
that's a good point. Yeah,
because he's not just waltzing around the corridors, not thinking he's going to get into any trouble. Like he's there waiting for, in your scenario, he's waiting for Qui-Gon.
That's true.
So I don't think she could really get the drop on him.
That's fair.
If she did, it'd be a totally different story because she's ruthless and deadly as fuck. But I would say because he's a Force user and because he is preparing for a fight already, and probably knowing what I know about him, he probably is pretty much always ready to go. I don't think she herself could get the best of him. Maybe if she had set some kind of trap or something beforehand, which is an entirely new possibility. I don't know. My vote would have to be straight for Darth Maul, actually. So
fair enough.
Yeah. Tucci, did you look anything up and got an opinion based on what you know?
Well, Well, from what I remember of her, I didn't actually look it up. I just looked her up just to make sure she was who I thought she was.
Okay.
I never saw the animation, but I did see the movie.
Okay. She's pretty faithful to the animation in the movie, as far as like her demeanor and everything. Just she's slightly more like, not slightly. She's very arachnid-like in her movements.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so, I mean, my initial thought is definitely Darth Maul would win that, and, I mean, there's a lot of reasons, like, even if it was just a straight-up battle where, like, neither of them knew the other one was gonna be there, and, like, just happened to run into each other and decided to fight each other, like, so assuming she has like assassin like dexterity, she could probably dodge some of the lightsaber throws that he's gonna go after her with.
Oh yeah.
But like if she closed the gap too much, he like you said, he would just use the force and be game over for her. You know, I mean, it wouldn't be. I really don't think it would be much competition. I think it was just a bad matchup on her part.
Yeah, it's all her fault, right? Because
I agree.
We picked her. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. She shouldn't have fought.
That's the thing, though.
Pizza.
I don't think she'd fight him toe to toe. I really don't. But again,
I mean, they dodge lasers.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah. So it would have to come down to some serious planning and a lot of environmental factors that would be in Eon's favor if it was going to go that way. But from the setup we have, which I think is probably the most realistic, if we can look at it that way, that's probably how it would go down. I think, I think she just, Darth Maul has the upper hand here. So in tonight's first matchup between Aeon Flux and Darth Maul takes it pretty much almost unanimously, except for the Nick's tie. So yeah, go ahead and give me 2 more rolls here.
I made a roll.
You made
I don't know if
roll?
that was part of.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
50 and 46.
50 and 46. Okay, let me see.
Critical success.
Let me see what makes sense here.
Gloating over there.
Yeah. That never happens.
Here.
Ever.
Yeah, I feel.
All right, hold on.
I don't know. Actually, I did roll a natural 20 last Saturday, and I felt pretty good about it.
46.
Nice.
I actually had like 3 natural 20s that game. That was a really good game for the players. Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is gonna be a weird one, but this is actually by the numbers, so this is completely Norman's fault at this point. So we have in the second matchup of tonight,
Come on, you can do it.
We have Captain Phasma from the new Star Wars movies versus Captain Planet.
Wait, which Captain Planet are we talking about?
I don't. This is for that one's from Drew's list, so you have to ask him.
Let's make it dark and make it the Don Cheadle Captain.
I was just thinking that same thing. That's the case. Fucking wins. Because he's just gonna go on a killing spree.
He's just gonna turn everyone into fucking trees.
Okay.
Who's setting up the scenario for this one?
Tucci, you're familiar with both?
Yes.
You are? You want to set this one up?
Yes. I can try.
That's all right. That's all. I think we're all going to take a turn, and then that'll probably be it for the night. So.
Okay.
So yeah.
So let's see here. Fuck.
No?
So it would have to be Earth centered, right? Almost.
Well,
because Captain Planet is like.
Oh, yeah. Is he Captain Earth Planet or just Captain any planet?
Never specify.
He loves all
really.
planets. Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay, what planet in the Star Wars universe should we put them on? Tatooine, maybe?
Sure, I think that's what everyone would recognize, so we can just go with that.
Yeah. Say Endor.
Endor.
The forest moon.
Oh. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So okay, let's see here. The Empire strikes on Endor, and her starship lands with and these little creatures gang up or get together, and they point their power rings together and say the magic words, and Captain Planet poofs out like he does, and then all of a sudden you see the door of the starship go, and then fucking Captain Phasma steps out and fucking shoots Captain Planet. It's game over. Sorry.
Have you seen the Don Cheadle?
What?
Have you seen the Don Cheadle Captain Planet?
I don't know. I know I have. I just
so funny.
is that the version we're talking about?
It's so funny.
I don't know if I've seen it.
That was
it's really good.
Was a Saturday Night Live sketch or a Mad TV? One of those.
So.
I think it was College Humor.
Oh
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a recent thing then.
Within the last 5 years.
Decade.
Oh well. Okay. Now we're.
It's really funny.
It doesn't. Okay. Anyway.
Hold on, listeners.
I think Phasma would win.
You think so?
I think so, because if shit got really heated, all she'd have to do is get in her ship, get away from there, and then call in an orbital strike on the planet.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I think she's got artillery and she's got the resources.
He's not named Captain Space for a reason, so.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun.
Well. When you put it like that.
It's a really good point.
But really, Don Cheadle aside, what does Captain Planet do to where he's like a force to be reckoned with? Because I remember it just being like all the kids had the rings, and the one dude was like, love, and our heart or whatever. But
heart.
Yeah, heart. Yeah,
that's a really dumb power.
Like what?
I have posted a video in the chat. When you watch that, you'll understand why Captain Planet is a badass.
Okay.
That's the only reason, though. I mean, if we're talking about the cartoon, then
he just goes around like teaching lessons, doesn't he?
With his fist.
I don't remember much about the cartoon show except for the whole sequence of them shouting earth, wind, fire,
water.
Heart was definitely in there.
Yeah. I don't.
Heart was always last.
Yeah.
Captain Planet, yeah.
Yeah, what were his superpowers?
I don't know. Tucci?
I'm actually really curious about that.
Tucci,
You're asking the wrong person.
Well, Mr. Google. That's why I'm asking.
If you.
Our powers combined.
Water.
By our powers combined.
I am Captain Planet.
Let's be real.
What the heck is
what?
Let's be real. He was pretty weak. Just even his theme song was weak.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Okay, so there's no. What I'm trying to get at is there any reasonable doubt? This is a courtroom setting. I
just want to be the opposing one, just because.
You gotta back it up, Drew. What the fuck? What the fuck does Captain Planet do?
See, the problem is you haven't seen the video, so you don't understand the humor in it. Because he shoots a laser from his chest and/or dick and turns things into trees.
Oh, that's not canon, though.
That's the whole. There is not. It's as soon as her ship drops and opens up and she steps out and he's like, oh, she's got a gun. Fuck this bitch.
Guns are bad for the environment.
That's right.
Let's put it this way. A bunch of hippies got a hold of the Christian playbook and made a television show. So that's basically what happened with Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we won't drag this out any further because we've got real fights to get to. So in the fight between Captain Planet and Captain Phasma from Star Wars, Captain Phasma takes it just because
we don't know shit about Captain Planet.
Because lasers and planet destroyers.
Yeah, it's like good luck, Captain Planet, when you don't have a planet to protect. So,
oh, sad emoji.
Okay.
Sad reacts only.
All right, let's do two more before we wrap things up. Two more rolls, guys. 32 and 48. Okay, hold on, let me see. That's a good one. Okay, so this one is a battle of comedy characters, because in tonight's next matchup we have Freakazoid versus Bobby Hill.
Ooh, Freakazoid. I don't even know what the scenario is. I just know that Freakazoid.
I don't know. Who besides me hasn't set one up yet? I don't think I can do this one justice. Drew?
I haven't set one up either, but I don't know if I could either.
Oh wow, Freakazoid! Wow, yeah, that takes me back a little bit.
I'm just trying to.
I remember a little bit of Freakazoid. I've definitely seen some of it.
I remember a lot of Freakazoid.
We're gonna have to be really creative with this one. Can we do?
Tell my first. I don't know you.
Okay.
Damn it, Bobby! Damn it, Bobby! Okay, well, I won't do this one justice, but I'll get it out of the way. I don't even remember Freakazoid that much either. I mean, I do, but I don't.
We used to watch it when we lived together.
Yes, I remember that. I'm trying to remember the theme song. Tucci, can you play the theme song? That might bring it back for me.
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
Freakazoid.
Runs around in underwear. Isn't that right? Like,
yeah.
Let's hear it.
Chimpanzee.
Okay, I found it. 1 second.
Okay.
It's just a bunch of nonsensical bullshit, and it's fucking great. I love it.
And here we are.
Yeah, it was part of like the Animaniacs series.
Oh yeah.
Freakazoid. Underwear.
Check out Dexter Douglas, your computer ace. When surfing on the internet, he was at the cyberspace. He turned into the Freakazoid, who's strong and super quick. He drives the villains crazy, 'cause he's a lunatic. Freakazoid, Freakazoid, toy department, Freakazoid, chimpanzee. Folks who make a movie do, Freaka-me, Freaka-you. He's here to save the nation, so stay tuned to the station. If not, we'll be unemployed. Freakazoid, Freakazoid, Freakazoid.
That show is actually hilarious.
It is.
It's so funny.
Okay. Well. So. So the dude's name is Dexter Douglas. That's what I was searching for, because I remember that he had like his alter ego here, and he's a computer dude, right? So
yeah,
Dexter Douglas is sitting at the public library on a computer. He's researching something smart, I guess, and along comes old Bobby Hill talking to what's his cousin's name, Patty or.
Luann.
Luann. Jesus, I was way off. What the fuck was I thinking?
Were you thinking of Doug?
I think I was. For some reason, like the blonde hair threw me off. But anyway, he's talking Luann, right? God, I sound stupid doing this. He's talking to Luann, and they come in, and Dexter's sitting there typing away at the keyboard, and Bobby accidentally runs into the back of his chair. And Dexter hits a wrong keystroke, and whatever he's working on, exits out of whatever he was doing, and he's unable to save it before it happens. So he gets up, turns around, and...
freak out!
Freak out! Yep. And all of a sudden, he's in red underwear. So, take it away, guys. What happens here?
Okay, this is a tough one.
It is.
Slap fight, go!
I was gonna say, what he lacks in strength, I mean, he could probably make up for in, like, maybe, like, I don't know, like tools or something, like power tools or propane accessories.
Oh, you're talking about Bobby Hill, okay?
Yeah. Because Bobby's compared to Freakazoid, I mean, he's a weakling.
Yeah. Okay.
There wouldn't be a match, but I mean, if he had like some propane accessories to fight with, maybe.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know.
He's going to look up the Anarchist Cookbook. I mean,
I feel like he would need tools to fight in this match. Because if it comes down to strength, if it comes down to strength alone, I mean, that fight's over.
Okay. Well, for the sake of giving him a chance against Freakazoid, he has tools and or propane accessories.
Maybe he's working on a science project.
Yes. Perfect.
There you go.
Yes. Yep.
Any library will let you bring in propane.
Yeah.
And propane accessories.
That's right.
I think this one goes to Freakazoid, to be honest.
I think so too.
Why, Tucci?
I think Bobby Hill gives him a swift kick in the balls.
Superhero.
And Freakazoid gives him the play off and then just wrecks him.
Wait.
Bobby Hill gets in some offense because his go-to move is "That's my purse, I don't know you."
Yeah.
With kick to the testes, but after that he's kind of tapped out, and then
super moves are over after that one.
Oh God! All right. Well, good thing this is the night we're doing multiple rounds of verses, because
boy.
Yeah, this isn't working out so well for the lucky few, or the unlucky few here. Okay, yeah, I think I don't know. I wish there was more to say on this, but there really isn't. Freakazoid wins. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna put him down just because. I think the end matchups between the winners is probably going to be pretty interesting as well. So, in tonight's third matchup between Freakazoid and Bobby Hill, it is Freakazoid unanimously. Yeah. Next. All right. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Tucci, what do you got?
Have we had James Bond?
We have not. Idris Elba as James Bond versus
Master Chief.
Oh.
No.
What's the scenario?
We've had Master Chief on before, I think.
Oh, we have.
For the first season.
I couldn't remember if he had been there or not.
Yeah.
James Bond versus Archer.
Oh, shit. Yes.
Oh,
let's do that one.
Good one. Okay. All right.
Have we had either of those two?
No.
No.
I think Archer's on somebody's list. I think he's on.
I think he's on Ethan's list.
I feel like it works out because they're both spies. They're kind of like, on the same
that's
playing
actually
field.
A good one. Okay, that's a good one. Let's run with that one. Drew, you want to set that up, buddy? Your last one.
You got the best one. Do it. Do it.
Last one of the night.
Yeah, no pressure. So, okay.
Better make it good.
James Bond is a fan of alcoholic beverages. He enjoys the occasional martini.
Shaken,
not stirred. So he bar. He's not at a bar. He is at Casino Royale because that's the place to be. And he's gambling, checking out some stuff. And then Archer is also there. Archer, as we know, cannot handle his drink as well. And he begins to get a little inebriated and stumble around, and just so happens to bump into the wrong person, and that person being James Bond. Poker chips go flying, tables are flipped, chaos ensues.
Thanks, Drew. That was the kind of setup that we needed for like all the other ones too. So that was pretty good.
Thanks for being in there.
Okay, what do you guys think? I would almost say James Bond just for the fact that he's gonna take it serious, but then you got Archer, who is like the complete wild card.
I was saying I would go with Archer because we know he can take a hit.
There's been so many times where he should have died. He survived cancer.
Okay, all right. So here's the question, Drew: do they have their pistols, a gun of some sort on them?
I mean, they pretty much use the same gun, don't they?
I was saying they both use. I say it's pretty even. There.
Yeah, well,
let's say they don't have their guns. They're just hand to hand.
Okay, so they both reach into their coats and realize that they are not armed.
And I mean, there's chairs laying around. There's sort of improvised weapons are everywhere.
Okay, all right. So no guns. That leaves us in the same position as before. So,
I hate to say it, but I'm gonna have to root for Bond on this one.
Yeah.
And my reasoning behind it is, I feel like Archer would be gushing so much and like fangirling so much about the fact that he's fighting James Bond. Like he wouldn't be able to focus.
God damn it! I don't want you to be right, but I know you're right.
Like it'd be like the time he was with what's his face, Smokey and the Bandit. I can't think of his name. Burt Reynolds.
It's not Smokey and the Bandit. It's
whatever.
That's a good movie though.
No. What's that stupid movie? Oh my god, I'm drawing such a blank right now.
I don't know.
It's another Burt Reynolds movie. It's swamp boats and all that stuff. And that's what
Cannonball Run
about.
Cannonball
Run. No.
What was it?
Balls. Google save me.
Well, anyway. So it was like the time that he's gushing over Burt Reynolds, and he like smashes his face into the steering wheel.
Okay. This is like I want to give Bond the edge here too, because like I said before, I think he would take it more serious, and if Archer is just going to be starstruck, he would really only be able to survive based on a fuck up from Bond or a case of extreme luck. You know what I mean? Or
which he does
luck.
Roll really high on his luck check.
Has been Archer's like whole arc throughout the show. As he is
extraordinarily lucky. Yeah.
Smart. So here's the thing: is Archer's luck and his ability to survive anything, does that outweigh Bond's deadly skill?
I think so. But then again, I don't. That's tough
because they're both really good at coming up with like weird ass shit, right? Like
right. Okay, I see him. They're fighting through the casino, and Archer gets thrown over the bar, and then he just obviously he gets drunk first, but then he just starts throwing bottles at Bond.
Yeah, like
and then that lucky bottle just like pings off of his head and puts him down.
Okay. You're starting to sway me, Drew.
Because I could see Archer getting drunk, and then throughout the TV show, he's just getting pissed and throwing harder because he's wasting booze. So he's just getting madder and madder.
All right, Tucci, what do you say? Let's lay down the gauntlet right here.
Fuck.
What do you say?
This is too much pressure, Wes.
Nick, what do you say?
Going with Bond.
Bond. Okay. Drew.
Archer.
Okay. Tucci.
I'm screaming internally. Archer. I gotta go with Archer. Just because I love his dumb luck.
Yeah, I think I would give it shit.
It's a really tough match, and for the record, I love them both.
Yeah. There's no shortage of love for either of these.
See, here's the thing. I would be okay with Archer surviving the match if that meant that Bond survived it as well, because I don't think Archer would take him out. You know what I mean?
Boy, he would hold such a grudge forever.
Yeah, it would be a new grudge. Yeah.
He'd be like the new Barry.
He would be literally the new Barry.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
I don't think Archer could take out Bond. I think it would have to be something else. I think Archer could survive Bond. I think Archer could survive Bond.
Barry multiple times.
Oh yeah, Barry is a super Russian android.
Yeah.
Also, the name of that movie was Gator.
Gator. Yeah. That's
my God, no, I don't even know that one.
God damn it.
Okay.
I mean, he makes a lot of Burt Reynolds references in the show anyway, so.
Oh, fucking A. Are we down to Norman now? I mean, this is like the first one I feel like that we really don't have. Should we roll? Should I roll?
Should we roll what should we roll? Like a D2?
I feel like it's pretty unanimous Archer, but I'm still voting for Bond.
Technically, it's like down to me right now, and that's why I'm saying
Wes is the deciding thing right now on what we have to do.
Damn, no pressure, man.
Like I said, I said it from the beginning. I think that Bond's skill would outweigh Archer when it comes to that. But you guys made a pretty damn good case for why Archer would survive, just not necessarily why he would beat Bond. You know what I mean? So we're you're kind of at an impasse. Like,
I mean, Archer's not afraid to blow up an entire building to kill someone, though. To be fair.
That's true.
Oh shit! All right.
Space station.
Yeah,
and there would also probably be a reason why he escapes that ordeal.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. Let me think here. Okay, and I got this in my head. One. Okay. Yep. It's Bond for me. So we're at a tie.
A tie.
Yeah, we are at a tie, and
God damn it.
I'm sticking to it. I don't think Archer. Well, you know what? If we're talking about Archer completely going apeshit and blowing up a building, or like you said, just like sacrificing the lives of many innocents just to kill Bond, then I think we have a good case for why Archer would win. But, you know, okay, so...
I mean, he's been known to do it before, so that's all I'm saying.
Okay, especially since you have
canon.
Okay, so you have examples to back that up. So yeah, I don't think Bond would go to those. I know he wouldn't go to those lengths to get rid of Archer. So yeah, I will concede that Archer would probably win this one just out of sheer stubbornness. So. And the last matchup of tonight between James Bond and Archer. Archer takes it after a tough back and forth.
Oof.
And because he is completely insane.
Yeah.
So he will win at whatever the cost, no matter whose life is at stake, except his own, I imagine.
And probably Lana.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
Lana.
All right.
We all know he would blow Cyril up.
Danger zone. Yeah.
Danger zone.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, I think that about does it. I mean, we pulled together some stuff out of our ass for that one.
Oof.
Maybe, I took a long time getting the last show out, so I only had a couple days to kind of relax before it was time to do this one. So,
well,
yeah, maybe next show we'll put some more thought into. I don't know.
I feel like this is a good one.
I think so too.
Yeah.
This went well.
Yeah, it went good for us, like to be in the second show in a row where we really didn't plan anything. So
yeah,
absolutely. So I think we're good. I think we're probably getting the hang of this whole podcast thing. So, anything else you guys want to touch on before we take off?
A live action Mario Kart.
Monica.
It would be one season.
No,
and there'd be a major cliffhanger at the end.
Dude, you know what they would have to do? What they should, if they were ever to do it, what they would have to do is they would have to televise it like it were an actual NASCAR race.
Like a NASCAR race.
Like they would have to just like I don't know how frequently they do NASCAR, like as far as like the races go and how they televise them and everything like that. But they would have to do it like that, just completely like pull the hood over the world's eyes and just like televise it like it's a real event and it's actually happening. And
I would watch the shit out of that.
I would too. That would be like the perfect way to do it. No intro song or anything like that. Just fucking flip the switch to, whatever, like ESPN or whatever, and there's fucking Mario Kart right there.
Hell yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
I wouldn't put it past them. ESPN does wrestling highlights now, and they show drone races. So I mean.
Dude, drone races are shit, man. Drone races are awesome. Have you ever watched those?
Yeah, I've tried. I get kind of bored. I can't watch a lot of
racing.
Racing's kind of boring to me.
Did you watch the POV ones though? Where they
I haven't seen those.
Oh yeah, no. Watching it from a distance is horrible. But like if you go on YouTube and you look up drone races and you get like one that they're like recording in like 4K, like ultra high definition and shit like that, like it's pretty sweet. Yeah, that stuff is pretty cool. But that's YouTube videos. I don't know if I could watch an entire televised show on it or anything like that. But yeah. But all right, guys, we made great time, and so with that being said, we'll go ahead and sign us off and say good night.
Night. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Keep it real. Love y'all. Boom. Jesus. Sign off ever.
I guess so. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah,
all right, guys.
As I dab.
All right.
It sounded like a very strained dab. Did you just throw a muscle?
Tucci, you're weirder than normal when you don't eat.
I'm so incredibly hangry.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat some cereal.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat something too. So.
I hate
Literally, my only diet this last 2 weeks has been chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese.
That's no wonder your ass hates you.
Oh, dude.
So I think he figured out a long time ago that it really doesn't matter what he eats, so you might as well just eat what you love, right?
Pretty much.
Or what you can afford. I don't know which one.
A little of both.
Little of both, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, good night, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
See ya.
Okay, love you. Bye.